Welcome to the Deep Dive, your AI Brief, episode 310. I'm Leah.
And I'm Amin.
Glad to have you with us.
Our mission today, like always, is to give you that shortcut. Cut through the noise, and highlight the really impactful shifts happening in AI.
And we've got three big ones today.
We really do. First, a potential hardware breakthrough promising, get this, 10,000 times the energy efficiency.
Wow.
Then, a new platform that changes how coders work, think, directing AI agents.
Okay.
And finally, a major policy shift at a big chatbot company that signals some new legal hurdles.
Okay, let's unpack this. And yeah, we have to start with that first one. It sounds almost like science fiction. Extrapic, claiming a 10,000x energy efficiency boost.
From running AI models.
Yeah.
And the approach is, well, it's definitely out there. Thermodynamic chips.
Thermodynamic chips. Okay, what does that even mean in practice?
Well, it's fascinating because it's not just, tweaking current designs. It's a totally different way of thinking. So traditional GPUs, the things powering most AI now, they use Boolean logic, ones and zeros, very precise step-by-step calculations.
Which takes a ton of energy.
Exactly. Massive energy draw. Extrapic uses something called thermodynamic sampling units, or TSUs.
TSUs, and how do they save energy?
Think of it like this. A GPU is like a surgeon needing the absolute perfect cut every single time. Lots of effort, extreme precision.
Okay.
A TSU is more like a really, really good estimator. It's built to handle probability calculations directly, so it generates likely, probable answers without doing all that energy-hungry, precise math.
Ah, so it trades some precision for a massive drop in energy use.
Precisely. It's a trade-off. Extreme accuracy versus much, much lower power consumption.
Is that trade-off okay for, real applications?
For many things, especially generative AI, it absolutely is. And look, they've already shipped their first dev kit.
Oh, really? To who?
AI labs, naturally, but also, interestingly, weather companies.
Weather companies. Why?
Well, think about weather forecasting. It's all about probabilities, right?
Yeah.
What's the likelihood of rain? That's exactly the kind of calculation these chips excel at.
That makes sense.
And the big thing to watch is their Z1 chip. It's set to ship next year.
Z1. What's special about that one?
It's specifically designed for diffusion models.
Ah, okay. For listeners maybe not deep in the weeds, diffusion models are those AIs making amazing images and videos, right? They start with noise and sort of refine it.
That's them. And since creating images or video like that is inherently probabilistic, it's about likelihoods, not exact sums. A chip optimized for probability is, well, potentially a perfect match.
Interesting.
The founder, Guillaume Verdon, you might know him online, is at BaseBiff He's been saying for ages that energy use is the big wall AI will hit. He argues we had to ditch traditional chip designs. So this TSU, it's the first real proof point for that vision.
So the big question...
The trillion-dollar question, really, for you listening is, can this tech actually scale? Can it work reliably in huge production systems? We'll have to see.
Definitely one to watch. Okay, let's pivot. We need hardware breakthroughs like that because the software side is moving just as incredibly fast.
Right. Let's talk about efficiency and how people work with AI. Cursor just dropped two big things.
Yeah, I saw this. Composer, their own coding model, and a whole new platform, right? Version 2.0.
Exactly. And Composer's pretty impressive. They're saying top-tier intelligence, like frontier model-level stuff.
But the speed...
But it generates the code about 4 times faster than competitors. They're talking task completion in under 30 seconds, often.
4 times faster. Okay, but here's where it gets really interesting, I think. The platform itself.
The 2.0 platform, yeah. It's a fundamental shift.
It lets a developer run, 8 AI assistants at once?
Up to 8, yeah. Independently. They don't step on each other's toes. They can tackle different parts of a problem simultaneously.
Wow.
And the platform integrates stuff like web browsing, so the agents can look up documentation and even native browser tools for testing code, plus voice commands.
So this changes the job, doesn't it?
Massively. Cursor is essentially betting that the future of software development isn't engineers typing out every line of code. It's engineers directing or maybe orchestrating this kind of multi-agent workspace.
But wait, if you're just directing 8 agents, does that just turn engineers into, AI project managers? Does it water down the skill needed?
That's a really good question. Where does the value lie?
Yeah.
The thinking is the value shifts. It moves up a level. to
Dang.
human judgment, to architectural decisions, to quality control. You're not the bottleneck typing anymore.
Okay.
You're the conductor, making sure the AI orchestra plays the right piece beautifully. You provide the high-level vision, the critical integration points.
The conductor, I like that analogy. So less coding, more architecting, and quality assurance.
That seems to be the bet they're making. A big shift in workflow.
Okay, so from workflow efficiency to, well, policy efficiency, I guess, or maybe policy necessity. Character AI.
Right, the chatbot platform. They just announced a pretty major policy change.
Yeah, starting late November 25th. I think they're blocking anyone under 18 from having open-ended chats with the AI.
It's a significant move, especially for a platform that's been so popular, including with younger users.
And it's clearly a reaction, right? Legal pressure.
Absolutely. Lawmakers, families. There have been growing concerns about how these platforms interact with minors. This seems like a direct response.
So teens can still use some features, like creative tools?
Yeah, that's the distinction they're making. Image generation, stuff like that seems okay. But the core conversational part, the back and forth chat, that's being restricted for under 18s.
How many users are we talking about? Is this a huge chunk of their base?
Well, they have around 20 million monthly users, which is substantial, but they say less than 10% are actually registered as minors.
Still, 2 million users is not insignificant. How are they enforcing this?
They say they're using in-house age detection tech. It apparently analyzes user behavior.
Behavior. That sounds tricky.
It does. And if the system flags someone as potentially underage, it'll prompt them for age verification. Privacy concerns there for sure.
And this ties into wider legal trends.
Directly. There's proposed legislation, like the bipartisan GARD Act.
What does that do?
It aims to slap fines on companies up to $100,000 per instance if they fail to block minors from AI companions.
Wow, okay, so for platforms like Character AI, this isn't just about ethics anymore. It's a serious financial and legal risk.
Exactly. Age gating is becoming a cost of doing business in the consumer AI space.
Makes sense. Okay, that covers the big three. Let's shift gears slightly to our quick fire updates. Lots happen here too.
Yeah, let's slow the pace just a touch for these. First up, Microsoft Copilot keeps expanding.
More features.
2 big ones rolling out. App Builder lets you create and edit full-stack apps just by talking to it. No code needed, apparently.
Ambitious.
And Workflows for automating routine tasks across Microsoft 365. And critically, these are getting bundled into the existing $30 monthly Copilot subscription.
So, more value for the same price, trying to make it indispensable.
Looks that way. Now, earnings season really put AI spending under the microscope this week.
Oh, yeah. Meta had a rough day.
Rough is an understatement. They announced plans to notably ramp up AI spending through 2026, and investors freaked out.
Shares plummeted, right.
Dropped 8%, wiped out something like $160 billion in market value, just gone.
Ouch. Shows investors want to see returns on that spending, not just spending itself.
Exactly. There's more scrutiny now. Meanwhile, Microsoft dipped a bit, 3.6%, partly due to an Azure outage and maybe slowing cloud growth.
But Alphabet did well.
Alphabet rallied 6%. They reported their first ever $100 billion quarter.
$100 billion in a quarter. Wow.
It just underscores how much the Magnificent Seven tech stocks are driving the whole market, doesn't it?
It really does. And speaking of those giants, NVIDIA.
NVIDIA hit a milestone, the first company ever to reach a $5 trillion market cap.
$5 trillion. Just incredible. What's fueling the latest surge?
A couple of things. One, renewed hope they might get to export some of their powerful Blackwell chips to China.
Oh, the export restrictions saga continues.
Always. And two, the CEO predicted their next-gen chips are on track to generate $500 billion in revenue. Just staggering numbers.
The AI hardware engine is just relentless. Okay, what else? Research side.
OpenAI released something interesting. GPT-OS Safeguard.
Safeguard.
Yeah, it's actually 2 open-source models. They'll let developers set their own moderation rules for content, but crucially, the models also explain why they classify something as harmful.
Ah, transparency and moderation. That's good. Needed.
Definitely. And Google upgraded Notebook LM, their AI research tool. Bigger context window, better memory for long conversations, customizable chat personas, and just generally better response quality, making it more useful for deep research.
Okay, what about creators?
TikTok rolled out Smart Split and AI Outline, tools to automatically chop longer videos into short clips.
Useful for repurposing content.
Yeah, and AI Outline generates structured outlines for content, helping creators be more efficient.
Makes sense. Any new models?
IBM released Granite 4.0 Nano. It's a family of smaller language models. like 350 million to 1.5 billion parameter.
Nano, so designed for...
On-device use. Running AI directly on your phone or laptop without needing the cloud. Good for speed and privacy.
Right. And one more, Grammarly.
Big news from them. They're rebranding to Superhuman.
Superhuman, like the email client.
Different thing. They're launching a Superhuman Go AI agent suite. The idea is to move beyond just grammar correction to actually automating tasks for you, like scheduling meetings, doing research, working across your different apps, a workflow assistant.
Interesting. A big pivot for them. Okay, that's a lot of updates.
It is. Should we quickly run through the trending tools people were checking out today?
Yeah, let's do the list.
Okay, top trending, Composer, which we already talked about, Cursor's fast agentic coding model.
Right. Then Pomeli.
That's a Google Labs experiment. Helps create on-brand content using AI. Think marketing consistency.
Agent HQ. Sounds related to Cursor.
It's GitHub's take. A mission control for managing and orchestrating multiple AI agents. Seems like a hot area.
Okay. GetSolved.ai.
This one spots AI-generated text and helps rewrite it to sound more human, more natural. Addressing that uncanny valley feel.
Dawdle.
AI for web design. Creating designs from prompts.
Chirps.
An AI agent specifically for academic work. Research, finding citations, helping with writing structure.
And finally, Top View.
Turns product photos or specs into viral-style videos using AI for marketing and social media.
Got it. Quite a range of tools emerging.
Definitely.
So what does this all mean? I mean, processing everything we just discussed. It's kind of staggering.
It really is.
We talked about a potential 10,000x leap in hardware energy efficiency. We talked about software development maybe shifting entirely to engineers directing 8 AIs at once.
It's a fundamental workflow change.
And we talked about major platforms already having to make big policy changes because of legal risks around minors, with potentially huge fines looming.
Yeah, the pace covers everything, the metal, the methods, and the mandates, all moving incredibly fast.
It feels like some fundamental constraints are just dissolving.
That leads to the really interesting question, doesn't it? If energy constraints get eased by new hardware like TSUs, and if coding efficiency explodes thanks to multi-agent systems, what's left? Meaning, where does the human value really concentrate? If execution speed for both computation and coding is being solved this rapidly, what aspect of human input becomes the next critical bottleneck?
Judgment, strategy, that architectural vision you mentioned.
Maybe that's the provocative thought I'd leave you with today.
Yeah.
As these technical limits fall, what human skill becomes the most valuable, the most irreplaceable in this new landscape? Something to think about.
That is definitely something to chew on. We really hope this deep dive helped you cut through the noise and get straight to what matters in AI today.
Yeah, saved you some time, hopefully.
If you want this shortcut to staying informed, please follow the show. And if you found this useful, share it with someone else who's trying to keep up.
We appreciate you tuning in for this AI brief,